Well, hello and welcome. How is everyone? Well, first of all, I want to say good morning to my friends in East Asia, South Asia, Australia, and good afternoon and good evening to my friends in the Americas. And we actually have some people from Europe, which I think is about 2, 3 in the morning. It's very early. But today we have something very special, and you are in for a special treat. Now, today we're going to be we're going to have a conversation with two individuals. Now, these individuals, first of all, I've known them for a number of years, and they have hearts of gold. First person I want to introduce is a person right here locally in Los Angeles. She's actually been very well versed in entrepreneurship because she's actually worked in the real estate industry, and we're talking about $1 million earners, right? So she's been very successful, and I want you to listen to what she says. Why is someone so successful in real estate willing to leave at the height of her career to do something different? It's incredible to hear what she has to say. So I want to introduce Angela Wang from Los Angeles, California. Hi, Angela.
Hello, Bess. How are you?
I am really well. Thank you for being here. Next, your partner. This gentleman has been very successful in traditional business. He's a business owner, and he's made a lot of money. So here's someone who's made a lot of money, said, you know, there's something better out there. Just like Angela, I want something more, I want something better, but not just for themselves, to help other people around the world. So I want you to welcome Robert Ting from Taipei, Taiwan.
Hi, Vas. Hi, Angela. And hi, everybody there. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So these individuals are very successful in entrepreneurship on this platform, online business, right? And not only that, but they have achieved the rank of Emerald in our company. Now, Emerald, you may not understand what that is. It just means they went to work, they helped so many other people achieve success for themselves. Now, I know a lot of you guys have dreams, right? And they actually help others achieve their dreams. So please, take it away. Take it away, Robert and Angela.
Hey, thank you, Vas. Thank you for the wonderful, wonderful introduction. How are you, Robert? How's everything in Taiwan?
Very good. We don't have lockdown here. Huh? How's that?
Oh, how
envious? Yeah, but it's pretty hot today.
Oh, it is. You know, in LA, we're still not completely open yet. So can you?
Oh yeah, pity. So did you bring the gun when you go out? You didn't, right?
No.
You know?
Yeah, we are in peace. You just got that so many restaurant owners, hourly workers, so their income are impacted by this pandemic.
Yeah, I'm just joking, Angela, but I'm telling you, seriously, I'm very glad to hear that you guys are okay in the US. Yeah, I'm really so you guys okay? I'm happy.
Yeah, yes, we are. But anyway, we're really honored that, Samsung invited us to come here and share our years of experience. Actually, I've been in this platform for 4 years. So what about you, Robert?
I start full-time, I dedicate this job about 2013. It's quite a journey right now.
Oh, okay. But, although you're younger than me in age, but in this platform, you're a little bit older than me, so I probably call you big brother.
Angela, why you won't mention that? You are one of the most anti-human I ever met. Okay, you are several years, the elder than me, but you look about 20 years younger than me. How could that happen? Right now, do you know what I have here? Nara.
Oh.
Okay, I won't have the flat chin like you. So, Nara.
I love our product. Our product really makes a wonder on me. Also on my husband, just the other day I put a lifting mask on him. And then the next day he went golfing and his friends asked him, what did you use? And then he got so many compliments. So he came back and said, hey, can I use it every day? I said, because your face is twice bigger than mine. So no way, twice a week. So, but anyway, I think a lot of friends here like to hear our experience here. Robert and I didn't rehearse anything. We just really share our experience during this amazing journey. So for Robert, okay, you came to U.S. United States about 31 years ago to pursue your American dream. And then in a short 1.5 years, you finish your master's degree in computer science at the USC. That's one of the top schools in the United States. And then, yeah, and then, you know, you decided to stay in the Silicon Valley with your family and started your own computer business. Kind of wondering, you know, how did you get to know this platform, and what made you decide that you want to switch, you know, your career completely to this e-commerce platform?
Yeah, I can share that with everybody. But the first thing, you know, what I try to say is in our life, you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Okay, so how I you know get into the platform. Actually, I just like you know the butterfly effect. One, the Sophie is my wife, the friend, got Jeanette's product from the internet, and she lost about 10 pounds. Okay, and thanks to that 10 pounds affect Sophie, and then Sophie affect me, then the product really work on me, then that affects the judgment of my business. So, well, turn out, you know, I'm here. So it's just a butterfly, the effect. But if I look back there, I think that really that affect me, I think it's the trend and the timing. Because Angela, you probably didn't know, you know, everybody think I'm very successful, but you know, at that moment, you know, the internet really beat us down, you know, because their prices are so competitive. The more store you have, well, the better you are. Okay, so I think that's the time. So when I look at this company, I found out something very interesting. That's because the founder of the Jeanette, Wendy and Randy. How good is that? Because they are pioneer in this business. Let me ask you, Angela, if Warren Buffett invite Angela, you to have lunch at this Saturday, you know, are you gonna go in there?
Of course. Oh.
Yeah, no matter what they say, right? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Wendy and Randy, they just Warren Buffett in this business. They've been created 3 companies, and every company make a bundle. So you can know, wow, this guy can really do something. Right now, I think this is the last company they're gonna create. So, and well, this time say, hey, I open the platform to you. So if you know that for sure, are you gonna join that?
Of course.
Yes. So that's very simple. And then the other thing is that because the platform they create, but they have one thing that really touched me. For the people at that moment, you know, I never done this business before. I really don't know what to do that. So they have one key factor that affect me is the people. The people in the business. I really appreciate these people. They demonstrate, you know, how good the quality is for a team. That's the Kim, that's the Samson, that's the Yvonne, that's the Lisa. For the people for the traditional business, you know, you just cannot imagine. People can help you to build a business. Just like you are in a real estate. Another agent, I think they will not work for you, and you know, and you get all the commission. You gotta split that. Oh, but here, but here, you know, Angela is amazing. You really got somebody to help you. It's completely blown my mind. So that's finally that's a key factor that let me have the confidence, you know. Well, even I don't know exactly how to do the business, but here, when I look at the people, when I look at their eye, I think I can do that too. Why? Because I got a group of the comrades there. You know, we can go there together. So that's the reason. It's very simple, but it's so nature. You know. So how about you, Angela? I know you are multi-million earner in the real estate. Okay, tell the truth, I sold several houses before, but I'm being, and you is way wrong. So, okay, you are the agent we are look at why you want get into the Jeanette. Tell us.
Yeah. I was in a residential and commercial real estate for the past 15 years in Los Angeles. And I mainly do the more like high-end properties. But, you know, it took a lot of hard work. You know, people always think that, wow, you know, you're driving a nice car, living in a nice house, but they don't know, you know, the efforts and the time and the thing that we're putting behind behind whatever they see. So actually, yeah, that real estate, gives me good life, comfortable life. But, I also lost a lot of things that money cannot buy, like, spending time with my children and with my parents. And although my parents only live in Dallas, something, Robert, I only go visit them probably twice, sometimes once a year. So I remember every time when I'm leaving, because and I cannot stay that long either, just 1 week. So, every time when I leave, my mom would say, always like have tears in her eyes, say, when are you coming back? I say, I will come back. So, and the thing that the turning point for me is that, my son got married 5 years ago. And I still remember I tried to organize the album as a wedding gift for him from the day he was born till the day that he get married. You know something? I was sorting out the photos. Of course, later on it's all like digital. But you know something? I could only find the photos because I started my business, real estate business 15 years ago. I could only see the photos from he was born until about 10 years of my business, and I could not. There was a big blank there. So that that was a turning point for me. I really thought that I wanted a new lifestyle, but I didn't know what is good for me because at that time, like you say, I was really at the height of my real estate business. But I did a lot of investments with my husband, and but big investment, large capital, big risk, but long return of long term to get a return back. So while I was looking, my sponsor, I think everybody knows my sponsor is our Double Diamond Yvonne Yang. When she introduced this business to me, you know something? She didn't mention the name of the company. She didn't talk about the product. She asked me, what's your dream? You know something that I kind of like stopped for 2 seconds. With all 15 years of career, I forgot to dream, and I don't even think I could dream. So, and I just say, I just want a breath of fresh air. At that time, I was under tremendous stress with one commercial, case. So I just say, well, whatever it is. But my husband was with me because she was the friend of my husband at Chamber of Commerce and Lions Club. So my husband just said, whatever, just like you said, whoever in this industry, is a leader and with a good heart, they want to teach you how to do this business, you should go with them. But I just remember that, she mentioned that just in a couple of years, like 4 or 5 years, she retired her husband. So my husband is the one who heard that and took out the credit card. The next day I found out it's Jeunesse. You know what, Robert? Before Yvonne approached me, there were 3 other individuals approached me about this platform, but they all gave me a product. I thought I had to door-to-door sell the products. I thought that if I have to do that, I might as well sell a warehouse or a house. So that's why I rejected them. But at that time, Yvonne just brought back, how I should live my life. We should all have a dream. So at that time, I just wanted to have a breath of fresh air. How would I know that I came in and then I started heard a lot of successful stories from the people, that they're, I don't know, they probably like housewives or some hourly workers, their lives being totally transformed. That caught my attention. You know why? Because back in 2008 and 2009, I worked on a lot of REOs and short sales. Everybody knows that was like, world financial crisis. So I cut the niche. So that's the 2 years I make a lot of money for those 2 years. So I always know that when there's crisis, there's opportunity. But at that time, a lot of housewives, they're always the last person to find out, what happened. So sometimes, the husband just run away and then just them and the children. So I always try to help those people, but there's no way they cannot be, me. So I think with this platform at that time, I thought I could help a lot of my friends and also help myself, to have a better life. So that's how it's very like simply believe, a friend. That's it. So that's how I got in.
Great, Angela, because I never heard your side of you never mentioned your son. I think you probably just like me, when we focus on the traditional business, actually, we do make the money, but we lost something that's so valuable, you cannot get it back because their childhood, just like that, it's gone forever.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate, because I quote your word there. When you say the story, I found they have sparks there. Angela, I think we are not just giving the people the product. We're giving people their dream back. I think that's what struck you, when Yvonne told you, and compare with the other people, just give you the product, Yvonne give you the dream. Am I right?
Right, exactly. So
great. Wow, it's glad to hear that.
Another thing that I asked Yvonne, I said, I've never done e-commerce before. Okay, I don't know how to do it. But she said, we have a proven system. I said, what is the system? And then she told me about her story. She was a very successful financial planner before in LA. Okay, so she told me that, Angela, I know you want to be successful in a short period of time. So we have a proven system. And then, she said, take my advice. Because at the very first 6 months after she joined, she thought that, she was like, really successful financial planner, and she always talked to people, a lot of meetings. And then, so that's what she didn't even attend the meetings, and she didn't really follow the system. But 6 months later, the friend who joined around the same time with her, the income was 10 times more than next.
Wow.
So she told me,
wow.
If you don't want to waste time, you follow the system. That's why, I really did. So, but Robert, I know a lot of people, especially new members, they don't really know what system is. Can you explain to everyone that what our system is?
Well, I think you asked the right guy, because what we do in the graduate school system, okay? Everything they got a system, but please don't be panic. I will not talk about the computer system here. Okay, it's very simple, because the question you asked, Angela, is a lot of people ask. Okay, when they talk about system, they think they are very complicated. But from my point of view, we gotta simplify that. Like for example today, okay, the system, we talk about system Jeanette, they just like every other system. So Angela, you are in the real estate. I'm sure you have your system there. Correct?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, like everybody, you are in a company, you have your own system there. So Jeanette's system, just like what? Just like every other system. They have the way to do the thing. Okay. They teach you from the beginning, okay, what's the right mindset, and then how you list your the name, and then how you talk to people, be in their shoe to look at a Jeanette, find out what they really want, what it can do, how is all that, and how it teach you how to, well, you can do the OPP, something like that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's the system. So don't worry about that. We already in the system. Like today, we are small system here. Like Angela, you're from different group. I'm from the other group. And we have Angie here, we have Vas here. We all in the Jeanette, but we from different group. But we can create this event here, this kind of system. So I think the most important here of this business is repeat and duplicate. Okay, we are not asking people to do something. No, we show them the way. Okay, what do you really want in your life, and we just show them the way, and they will pursue that by themselves. But in the meantime, the most special thing about the Jeanette system is support. When you on the journey, okay, it's not like our traditional business. We walk alone. We carry a lot of burden on our back, okay? If you win, you win. If you lost, you lost. That's it. But here, system will guide you, because I already mentioned, because Jeanette, they have system tell you how to do the business. When you on the way, to your goal, you will a lot of question, and you're gonna meet some obstacle. But this time, the system, the people, they support you to go through that. If you don't know what to do that, they show you how to do that. Okay, so that's my interpretation of system in Genes. If you compare with the traditional business, well, I just say that the system make you are not alone. Okay, you got somebody to accompany you all the way. The system tell you what to do. Like at the beginning, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do the business, just like you. But how can we go this far? System. Okay. Right. And so that's my interpretation of the system. So I hope that everybody can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, okay, from my point of view, I think everybody knows about McDonald's or Starbucks, right? You know what's valuable about McDonald's and Starbucks? You know, Starbucks, they don't make money from selling hamburgers, okay? The most valuable thing is their system and of course their real estate, okay? And why Starbucks coffee around the world, they all taste the same? Because the system. So what's most valuable of our USGS team is the system to teach us the know-how. And also
exactly.
So many tools. I think that's the most valuable thing, the know-how, okay? So, and also they put all the leaders who was on the field before, they experienced, they've done, you know, been there, done that, they've done everything, they know what works and what doesn't work. And they put into a system for us as a like first timer like us to really follow and makes it really easy to duplicate and we can leverage. So I really think the key words of our business is leverage and duplication. So when there's a system, then it's easy to duplicate and everybody can do it. So, you know, a lot of times I always told myself, I think that's what attracted me, the system. So, you know, a lot of times, like as a traditional business owner like you or me, if we don't have a system at the end of the day, you know, we're just like chicken without a head, running around. At the end of the day, we're tired still, you know, don't really get anything. But here, every effort and every energy you put in accumulate. And at the end of the day, at the end of the journey, they really reward us, you know, beautifully. So I love it. This is really doable. It's easy with a system. It's a rewarding journey, you know, for us. So I'm sure you agree with me too. This is the know-how. Like the most important.
Correct. You know, I just do some, you know, addition to that because just like what you say. Okay. So if see right now, if somebody is still fuzzy about the system, I think it's very easy. Follow your leader, follow your team, and you just do, you know, the procedure. And because the system, you gotta walk through by yourself, and you will know what's the reason. And don't worry about that. Just plug it into the system. Every event, if they got every training, so if they have there, you just go there. You will know the system. And the other thing I think, what we're trying to say is that system can help you to build your team. Is that right?
Right. You know, with the system, that's why the next question I would like to ask you, Robert, that you have international teams.
Okay.
Yeah, in different cities in the world, and you're based in Taiwan right now. So
Correct.
How do you grow your team and how do you grow your organization?
Actually, it's not. I would say it's not my personal effort because I know that for sure. Because when I was in the computer business, I only can do the business in 4 countries. Okay, and you know that if you want to do some business in 1 country, you cannot imagine how much money you're gonna invest there and how high the risk you're gonna take. But here, why, you know, I can have the, you know, international team around the world. I think that's because the platform. Because that platform I try to build, but I cannot do that because they involve large amount of people and brain power. You know, there's something like me, I cannot do that. So Genes, the platform, you know, they have product, somebody do the product. Okay, so I don't even have a product. And they have right now, they have 150 countries. So you don't worry about the market. And they have logistic, okay, they have a credit card system. So the most difficult part in the traditional business. Jeunesse take them all. So that make me can call everyone I know around the world. As long as I had Jeunesse logics there, I can do that because this was unimaginable when you are in a traditional business, just like Angela. You are great in real estate, but can you sell the house in Taiwan?
Of course not. I wish.
Yes, but Jeunesse, you are in South Africa. I give you a call, and you can be Jeunesse member. Think about that. So that's not how good I am. It's how good the system, the platform. The second thing is the people, the team, and the leader. Okay, everybody want be company with someone more experienced. Like my people, my team in Malaysia. I really want to help them, but only got a one robber. So I know I'm here, then I cannot be there. But because the system, because the team and the leader, okay, when they are going to different market, we can just like what you say, leverage. And well, the team there, you know, they can grow up, something like that. And the third thing, I was thanks to the Kim, because he is actually the founder of the USGA system. And we have the culture here. And this culture tell us to helping the people, to cooperate that. And we all work together, we can make a great team. So I think that's the three things, you know, that I can have the team across the world, you know. So that's what I can think of. How about you, Angela? I know you're doing great, you know, that you've been in the Emerald just like 3 or 4 years, something like that.
Yeah.
That's amazing, you know. You probably think, well, yeah, I know you're a multi-million earner, but in this business, you start from the zero, fresh, and you can go that high. Tell me, what's your secret?
Actually, from the day I got in, I took some time to do some research, and you know, I kind of watched and I found out this is really a big business. So from the day that I want to really build, I treat this as $1 million business. And I told myself, I am a diamond. So I do whatever diamonds will do. So here I think, like you say, it's the system, because there's no way, like now, you know, before I only have California license. I can only do, you know, real estate in California. Not to mention North California, I can only do the greater Los Angeles area. But now, because the platform, because the system had, you know, brought my business to more than 40 countries. You know something, Robert? Some of the countries I cannot even pronounce the name. And I only travel to 3 countries. So, you know, nowadays, e-commerce is simply just a much more efficient way to do business. But the thing is that we don't have to have the big investment, like you said, you know, and there's a system. I think that there was somebody asking about what system is. Maybe later on we can more, you know, detail about, to let everybody learn about what really system is. Okay, so I think it's all about team. Okay, I becoming a Ruby is not because of me, it's because of my team, because all the leaders in the team, you know, their dedication and their like, something I like to mention is like, you know, everybody knows that, you know, my sister Paula, right, the Ruby director, you know something, I prejudged her. At the beginning, I didn't even think she would do. She, you know, her husband's really nice to her, you know, I mean, he loves her, gives her everything she wants, and it seems like she has everything. And she was so skeptical, I didn't want to mention it to me. The first day that I met Yvonne, she came to visit me in LA from Dallas. I even told her, Paula, go to the next table, we're gonna have the meeting. So today she was planning me not to tell her first, but she started as a consumer. So I prejudged her. But after later on, she learned and she saw my change. She wanted to learn more about the business. You know how to find a leader? The leader quality is like her. She'll self-learn. She will really persistent, consistent, you know, and she will really self-learn, and she set her goal. So, and she's willing to, you know, put out, you know, her time and efforts to do everything. One day I went to her house when she was like taking a shower, blow drying her hair. She was still listening to the training.
Wow.
using an earphone. But you know, that's a leader quality. You know, not only that, you know, she really has to put her heart out to really, you know, to her teams. So I really think that, you know, a lot of times some leaders, when you have 4 or 5 people, you have a team already. But for past years experience, I used to be I thought a nice leader is to take good care of my new members. You know something? I was wrong. I was babysitting them. I put them in the nest. I babysit them, then you'll probably just have babies. But instead, okay, just like every morning, I wake up in the morning, I pump myself up, and then I have a cup of coffee and have the clarity in my mind, because that's the time I can really solve the problem. That's what I learned from real estate. I always solve the toughest problem in the first thing in the morning, and the rest of the day is nothing to me. So that's what I learned from real estate. I always try to, you know, take care of the toughest thing in the morning, first thing. So when I solve the problem, a lot of members come ask me the questions about maybe how to invite and why people say no to me. You know something? Before, I always tell them what to do. But later on, for years of experience, I learned, I always ask questions. What do you think? What your answer would be? And then they will say this and that. And I start to, you know, lead them to help them to solve the problem. So you see what I do? Instead of managing, I lead. So what's the difference between managing and lead? Managing is when you get people to do what you want. But leading is what you get other people to do something that has mutual benefits. Okay?
Great.
Yeah, so this way, when I lead them,
Learned.
later on, they can learn how to solve the problems themselves. So you can duplicate with their members too. And you know, they'll feel empowered. So I just help members to articulate what they are doing or what they are missing. So this way you can really create leaders. You know, we're looking for leaders, right? So that's what I do now. That's what I learned. Before I always babysit them. So now I
Great, Angela. Right now, I think you unveil the secret how you can become an emerald in 4 years. Good. Lead the people, not the manager. I give you a joke. I can manage my dog, but I only can lead the people. Okay. Is that right? Right. Okay. Yeah. So you got to treat the people like people. Don't put your wish on don't put whatever you want on the people. Don't mistake. That's what you want. It's not what they want.
sometimes
Is that right?
push them out of the nest. Otherwise, you're hurting them because they
Yes.
they
Great.
okay, this is our own business. So this way they can build belief too, you know, build their self-confidence. So this is very important, you know, as a leader. And you have to learn how to solve problems. Yeah.
Yes, I learned from you today.
Anyway, Robert, as you know, when we get to this rank, and actually we're still in the trenches, you know, with the members.
Yes.
And you know, this is like any other business, there are challenges, there are ups and downs. So what are the challenges that or ups and downs that you know you had before? Can you share with us?
Well, you know, just like every other business, you know. Well, when we talk about that, it's a journey you got to go through, everybody. Okay, so how to say that? You know, when I was in the traditional business, we had ups and downs. Okay, every business got that, and the most that's actually the first time. They have one company. There's a new company, because that's the first time I encountered the incident. I didn't manage that well, and 2 of my Sapphire go to the other company. So that's first time, and I just cannot understand why, because they got good pay. You know, they are solid Sapphire. They got good pay, and they turn out to want to go to the other company, because after that I do come back and think, you know, and I don't talk to my leader because you know, when something happened first time, in the traditional business, you're probably gonna know when to act. But here we are lucky, so I consult with my leader, and I found out is what I learned from that instant, because at that moment I lost a lot people. Okay, this one I learned. You know, when you know something happened up down in this business, first you gotta remember why you are in this business, why you are here. That's very important. You gotta ask why, because we all have something we want to achieve. So that's drive us all the way. So you gotta go back why you are here. Second, I think, you know, we gotta position ourselves, just like Angela, you already mentioned, don't babysit it. It's no use, okay? In real world, if you're doing what I say 99 things correct, your downline is pleased. You do one thing wrong, just one thing wrong, and they will turn to the other side, because that's the result. When we babysit people, we make them vulnerable to the suddenly change. They don't know what to do. They've been babysit for too long. The only thing they can do is complain. And who they can complain? Us. So the other thing that I learned, you know, so we gotta position ourselves. We are not babysitter. We are coach. So that's what I learned. We are coach, okay? And we can show people the way. We can let them know how you do the business, but they are the one. They're gonna exercise and hard training by themselves. Just like every Olympic athlete, they all got a coach. But coach doesn't mean they can win every Olympic medal. So that's something I learned. I don't know is that fit for everybody or not, but that one is you know, you can keep a good relationship with your team, your coach. You tell them what to do, because we have system, we have all the event, we have the great leader. You know, you can get all the things you want to do. But I gotta tell them, because you are not fighting for rubber, you are not fighting for the gymnast, you are fighting for yourself. Gymnast is just a platform, just a vehicle that can carry you to whatever you want, but you are the one got in the driver's seat. You gotta drive by yourself. And I'm here to show you how to drive, and you go this way, please don't go that way. Because what? Because they got the mud floods there. Here is a more clean road. So that's what I do. So that's what I learned that, okay? I know it's very hard, but that one do transform me to how to cannot say deal with the people, how to, you know, hang out with the people. So that's what I learned. And how about Angela? I think you gotta have some tremendous story there, huh?
You know that I got to Ruby in 6 months, right? I work hard. I work hard on it. But after 6 months, all of a sudden, two of my Sapphire, they just quit. So that was my China team, and one is in Hong Kong. So what did I do? Should I just sit there and cry or not moving? No, I kept on moving, because I go back to my why. Why am I do this business? You know, I'm not going to give up because somebody else do something and I give them my dream. No, no way. So I move on. So later on, I found leader who is my sister, built the US team, and then another team in Taiwan. So recently, some of my Taiwan Sapphire went to another platform. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find more leaders. I rebuild it. So my advice is never rely on one person or one team. Okay, and you have to, in order to find a leader, be a leader yourself. Your partners, your members, they learn by watching you. So, you know, you're the original copy, since this is like an opening franchise store in the cloud. So that's what I said, we need a system. and you're the original copy. So learn it well, okay? So for me, okay, I think where our income comes from, 10% is from learning. We're a lot of learning materials and tools like YouTube, that's one of our system, okay? And all the like training session like now, but 90% is the hands-on experience. So when people, when we build the team, at the same time, you build your skills. So that's what you do. You go out and take action, you learn, and then you take action, you come back, you kind of adjust it a little bit, and then you go out and take action. That's how we grow. So, you know, it's been an amazing journey, but you know something? The most advantage of this business is time freedom. And the most advantage is time freedom too, because it's too free. So that's why we have to have, you know, for me, I set goal and I set the time when I want to achieve it. But even if I don't, you know, I still remember Les Brown. Okay, Les Brown, one of the most, you know, inspirational speaker, has said that I always have that in mind: shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you still land among the stars. So you know that's always, you know, what I always kept that in mind. So for me, for us, that in order to help our team to move, that's another question I would like to ask you, Robert. Some of the members say that, how come my new member, you know, they join and they always say, I have a dream, I want to do it, I want to achieve that, but all of a sudden they disappear. How do you motivate them and get them into like involved more, you know, or like how do you start a new member? How do you jumpstart a new member?
That's very, very good question. That's what I'm gonna do, you know, because that's happened all the time. People always shouting, you know, I have dream, you know, I want to make money, I want to support my family, and blah blah blah, but they just don't act. Okay, that's what the people do. So that's my opinion. You know, we gotta find out. We are not. You say jumpstart people. I think what I'm trying to do is first we're gonna find out what he or she really want. What do they really want? So this one you can learn from the system. How to talk to people, find out their needs. Okay, so if you want to do that, you gotta listen to people. You gotta put yourself in their shoes and see what the genetics can do for them. So this one teach me a lot how to talk to people. The first thing, you can find out what they need. And the second thing, you gotta have the compassion. You gotta tell yourself, what can I do to help this lady or this man here? So that's what the king teach us, you know. You gotta have that, you know, what can I help? Okay. And the third thing, like we mentioned before, we don't manage the people. We don't pull. We don't push the people. Okay. We just show them the way, and they got all the method in the system. You just show them the way. Okay. And they will do that by themselves. So that's how I really truly realize we cannot make people do the genetics. They are the only one can make themselves do the genetics. But how they want to do genetics, that's why they want to do it. What kind of the benefit of future genetics can bring to them. And we just enlighten them. Well, it's there. Okay, the solution is there. The platform, the system is there. If you have this kind of, you know, the problem or question, well, we can tell in the story. A lot of people go through this journey and they get something is more than what they expected. So that's how I gonna tell the people, or what we the jumpstart the people. Find out what they really need and show them the way and make them understand you are fighting for yourself. So that's what I do. And how about you, Angela? I know you are very good listener, and you are very good, how do you say that? It's not negotiated, but you are very good communicator. You had a smiling, beautiful face, and I think you must have a better way. Come on, show us. We can learn from you.
Wow, wow, what a wonderful compliment. Actually, you know what? At the beginning, I talked a lot. Still remember, I asked Yvonne to do 3 ABCs for me. Oh boy, I was a terrible, terrible B. I
Oh,
talked too much. She say one word, I said 2 words. And then, I was terrible. And then at the end, she was so polite. She said, Angela, you talk too much. So, but along the journey, I learned to listen more. Okay. So here for the new member, everybody when they come in, of course, everybody's purpose is different. Not not everyone wants money, but majority of people that really wants, the money so they can improve, them and the life of their families. So the first thing is I would make sure to help them. First, I will ask, okay, I say, hey, Robert, I know, you just joined this business, but you're a very successful traditional business owner. There are 2 ways you can do. One is you do it your way. Okay, might be a lot of bumps, you do it your way, like your traditional business that you have to, go through a lot of, probably have to spend money and time, to buy experience. But secondly, we have a proven system. It's designed by a group of successful leaders. They have done all the things that, right and wrong, and they make this system, they know it works. Which one do you want? And I'll stare at them, not saying a word. And then they say, oh, of course, I want the system. Okay, very good. You know what? I'm going to send you 2 videos for you to watch, YouTube videos, each one probably 30, 45 minutes. After you watch it, get back to me. I'll tell you what to do next. Sometimes some people like kind of throw everything into the new members. They say, oh my gosh, too much. I already have my, current job. I have kids. I don't have time to do that. So do not give them too many things at one time. But you know what? Give them 2 videos, okay? First 90 days, okay? And they did how to tell your 3-minute story and ABC, okay? The one I love the most is the Kim Hui interview, Yvonne interviewed Kim Hui. How, what takes to be an entrepreneur. That's so valuable. I love that one. So, you know what? You will test if this person is serious about the business. If they call you the next day, hey, Angela, I finished all 3 videos. Tell me what to do next. Or somebody will take like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. You call them, hey, did you watch the video yet? Oh, not yet. You know what? Maybe you wait a little bit. Maybe they don't want so much stress. But the person who call you back in 1 or 2 days, you better spend more time with this person. You tell them, okay, you know what? Take out a piece of paper, give me the name list. Don't tell me everything is on the phone. Put that in writing and tell me their backgrounds. I'll teach you how to warm up, invite, and put them in front of me, and I will do ABC for you. Okay, there's another thing. A lot of members rely on A, and they just put people in front of A. They don't even learn. But for me, I really want to learn about, as much detail as possible about about C, okay? So B is the bridge, right? A is the expert, C is the prospect. So I want to know as much about C, okay? So when B sits there, she will just listen. And then before that, I say, hey, watch the ABC rules in the video. And they would do it. But afterward, before the ABC, I always tell the B, if this person gonna join or not, depending on that person C. Yes or no, it's dependent on them. But the most important thing is I want you to learn to be an A. So after ABC, I always do after meeting briefing. And again, I ask questions. Robert, what did you learn from this ABC? And if they go that. And then I will analyze why I said that. You know what? 4 or 5 times later, they learn to be A. So, and then if the person join, we have the ratio, right? We have the golden rule, 4W, 1N, everybody will learn about that later on. And, not everybody will join. Not everybody wants to be a real estate agent, right? So, but anyway, you want them to make the money. The fastest money is the fast start bonus. And if the shortest time, it can help them to get their money back of their initial investment. They know this is real business. You can make money from it. So that's how I started. Even you want them to stop, they won't stop.
Great, Angela. So I think everybody can see its live example of the system we mentioned before, because Angela demonstrate, how the system work. Because in system, you will find out we already got the way there, teach you step by step. So that's great example of the system, and Angela is a great communicator. So I think everybody online right now, so that. How good is that? So Angela, good job. I should learn from you.
No. This is from years of experience. Yeah. So Robert, I think we still have like 10 minutes. We'll probably give the camera back to Vas. We can open up for some Q&As.
Wow, that was amazing, you guys. Thank you so much for all that knowledge. I really want to acknowledge you guys for that. And we have a lot of questions. A couple of questions. Would you guys be willing to take on some questions?
Okay,
All right. So JC asks, what is the system? In brief, can you explain what the system is? Because I know it got thrown around here or there. What is the system? Angela, you're nodding your head. That means you know this answer.
Okay, system is like the meeting now is one of our system, okay? And the event, sometimes we have like expos, okay? Just me, even if I'm really passionate, but I cannot really influence my friend, okay? So you want to plug people, that's the thing that the new member, after that you plug them into our system. Let the system introduce them to this platform and the proper way. So everybody will do the same thing. So it's easy to duplicate. Okay. So this system like contains like meetings like this. We have Zoom OPPs. Okay. In both in Chinese, in Mandarin, in Cantonese, in English. That doesn't mean that, oh, I don't speak Chinese, but your friend's friend might speak Chinese, right? So you can leverage our system, the tools. Okay. And then we have YouTube videos, any learning materials, and then we have your team meetings. All this are system. So as the tools you can leverage.
Very clear. Thanks so much, Angela. Robert, I have a question for you. Rashmi asked, repetition questions. What if one of your team members continuously asks the same question over and over? Is that considered babysitting, or is that considered really having them understand what it is so they're clear in their head?
You mean the member continue ask the question he or her asked before?
Yeah, the same questions. So my understanding is that they don't really understand what the answer was, right? So can you elaborate on that a little bit? Because there's a difference between babysitting and asking a question that gets understood, right? So.
Okay, that's from my experience. If somebody still continue to ask the same kind of question, we might consider about that. Probably they just don't want to learn. Okay, they just rely on everything. They just rely on the leader. Okay, so if that happens, what I'm trying to do is we can give you some task or some small goal. They can do that by themselves, and you will know they are doer or they just keep talking and talking. So sometimes we won't help everyone, but we only can help the people willing to be helped. So if they're still doing their own way, we are not say something bad, but we just, you know what to do, because you got to focus on your energy at the right person. Someone really need to be helped. That's what I gotta do.
Yeah. So a follow-up question to that is perfect. JC asked, if the member is not following or getting back to you, like Angela mentioned, did you watch it? No, I haven't watched it. When do you move forward? When do you say, next? Because they're not really doing what's asked of you to follow that system.
Well, when some people do, oh, I'm sorry, Angela, you got to answer that? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Robert. Go ahead. Yeah.
Just small tip. When people keep doing that, okay, what I would do, we do communicate, we do listen to him, but he still keep doing that. Sometimes you probably gonna let him quiet down a little bit. Because if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, we tried that before, but we are going nowhere. So just let him quiet down a little bit and come back later and check with them. But sometimes you still need to keep post whatever the team needs to be post. So that's why we do that. And how about you, Angela?
I think it's all about timing. Timing of that person. Is he or she ready to really unlearn and relearn? Okay, it's about timing. But I will still plug this person into all events because maybe somebody's story touches her heart or kind of, lighten up the light bulb. So you never know. That's how powerful our system is, all the events, because you don't know whose story, push the button and then let her say, aha. We always call this aha moment. So it's about timing, but still plug this person into system.
I think you answered something along with that also before. You said you asked the person what they are looking for, right? First, it's not about what you want, it's about what they want. So this is brilliant because once they know, it's easy for you to fulfill on what they need.
Yeah, and also I will ask questions, just like little kids, when they do something wrong, sometimes you don't know why you don't know. So you have to find out, listen to them, and maybe find out what the real question is. So you can really, focus on that question and solve her problems. Yeah, so.
Yeah. So Evan asked another question. How to help my team who still can't achieve their Sapphire rank, especially those the active members who joined more than 2 years ago? Angela, do you want to, Robert, Angela, one of you guys?
Anytime you can start as a Sapphire, okay? Not the time when you can achieve it. It just like what I said, the aha moment is not there yet. So still have them, okay, let's go back to square one. Let's start from the very beginning. How did you get to J? And then you analyze it. How did you get to Pearl? Actually, I think that, I don't know about Robert, okay, I think the toughest way is from J to Sapphire. What do you think? And then you duplicate, okay, and then you teach your member how to become a J, how to become a Pearl, and then,
Okay, well, that's, we do analyze that before, if you want to keep people to move up the rank, the most important is, when they sign up the people, okay, you gotta help the people they sign in to build up their 2 leg. Okay, if you continue doing that, the people, they will find out actually they do have, the residual income to come in, because it's not you recruit some people, you get a recruit bonus, but really actually you demonstrate that, well, if you recruit someone there and we can help that someone to build out their 2 leg. So at that moment, you can find out you have very solid structure there, left side, right side. And people there, left side, right side, under that, they have left side, right side. So I would suggest people, when you become a J, just don't sign 8 people. Try, sign the 4 people with the 2 leg. And you next up to the Pearl and the Sapphire. Because by that way, the statistics show your team will stand longer. Why? Because that's something special about Genesis. We are not talking about that you're gonna sign a bundle of people. That's good, but they will not make your team grow. The best way is that deep, going deep. But how to go to deep? Left side, right side. So they will get cycle. When they get a cycle, even $35, but their mind will realize, wow, this is true business. I think that's very important. Then you plus a timing event, you're gonna ignite the people. When they're gonna be ignite, I don't know. But we just follow that, just like we say, repeat and duplicate.
Yeah, and I would say that, it takes commitment. Maybe this friend, you can go back to ask your friend, how many hours did you put in a month, in a week? Okay, you cannot set a goal saying that I want to make $5,000, but I only can put in 2 hours per week. Okay, we have to be realistic. So with the time that I can put in, so I always go back to ask why you want to, why you're here and what you want to get. And if you want to set this goal, okay, I set short-term goals for members. Okay, 3 months later, how much money would you like to make? Oh, maybe $2,000, $1,000 extra. Is it okay? Okay. Then if you can make that much money, how much time willing to put in a week? And then we do that. Starting again, the SOP, mem list, and then we set up ABC, and we do that with them. So go back again to ask about, why you want to do this business and how much time you're willing to put in it, and then stick with your commitment, and then we'll help you, to get there.
So what I hear you just mention, Angela, is really it's important to find out what that goal is, what that why is, right? And then fulfill on that why. And sometimes people may want to do it part-time or full-time, but commit to the certain hours, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not full-time, part-time, or full-time. It's what you do with your time.
Sure. Yeah. Perfect. Wow. That's brilliant. Now I have another question. One of the questions, very simple question about rejections. People, when they ask questions, they may get rejected, right? So what about if somebody says, I have no time, I have no money, and how do you respond to things like that? Robert?
Angela, you answered that. You are better because I saw you how to deal with that. Excellent. So you guys gotta hear what Angela gonna say. She is brilliant.
No. I learned a lot from you too, Robert. Actually, we have YouTube video, how to overcome objections. Yeah. Whatever people will tell you, there are like 20-something questions. They're all in there. Okay, I have no time. I have no money. I have no friend. The product's too expensive. All these things. But remember, use 3F first. Feel, felt, found. Okay, I even use that on my husband. That really works. Okay, so all right, and then just remember. Okay, well, when I talk to people, remember there are 3 things in their mind. First, is this true? But if they're already in the platform, they know it. The most important thing is what's in it for me. Why do you want me to spend more time here? Why? Go back to the why, and then what's in it for this person? And then another question is how can I do it? So that's why we need system. That's why we need this SOP. So you have no time, Vas, I know how you feel. When I first, learned about this business, I told my friend, my real estate business is so busy, there's no time for me, to do this business. But later on, I thought, I have no time today. Will I have more time 3 or 5 years from now? No way. I'll just get more busy. So, why not just give myself an opportunity to learn more? It's just such a small investment. What if, whatever I am today is from the decision I made 3-5 years ago. And where I'm going to be 3-5 years from now is a small decision I made today. So, I know how you feel, Vas, but if you want to give yourself opportunity and reach to the life you want 3 to 5 years later, it's just a small investment. Let's just do it together.
That's brilliant. It's about feel, felt, and found. Perfect. Robert, you wanted to add to that?
Yeah. I just want to add because our Double Diamond Yvonne, she do because she analyzes that and she do some special training about the 21 question at the beginner they're gonna face. So I suggest everybody's there. You should go to watch that. So if you don't have English version, try to get English version and translate to English because that one. I think Angela agrees. That one just like a Bible, okay? For our team, just like a Bible because all the question you're gonna face at the beginning, you're gonna be rejected. What's there? Just go take a look at that and learn from that. You will be fine. Trust me, guaranteed.
Wow, well, that hour went by like that. It was so fast, right? So many good nuggets. So thank you so much. But before we leave, one last question. What does it take to be successful in this business? Robert?
Okay. That one
a loaded question.
Okay. That one, first I would say is your mindset, your attitude. Okay. Your mindset is where you want to go. That's your why. But your attitude is very important. You got to have the entrepreneur mind. Why that's so important? Because if you have your own career, you will find out every entrepreneur, when we do any kind of business, you're gonna have the trouble, you're gonna have obstacle, you're gonna have all kind of problems. So what entrepreneurs do? They overlook that. They only focus on the goal. When you focus on the goal, you cross over that. The second thing is persistent and hardworking. It's all the same apply to all the business. Like Angela can become a multi-millionaire in real estate. Everybody, you guys don't know how hard she worked. Okay? And the third thing is, I think, is everyone is unique and special. You got to respect their decision. They do or not do the gymnastics, that's their own choice. Don't treat them differently. If your friend don't do the gymnastics, fine. They are still your friend. But remember one thing, just like Angela said, it's timing. At this moment, he will not do that. But you don't know what happened 3 months later. So keep good relationship. The fourth thing I would say is Kim taught us, integrity. You got to have integrity. We know a lot of people, they jumping around different companies, but they don't realize one very important factor. When you jump from A company to B company, you think you make money, it's short term, but you lost your reputation. So that one very important. I think Kim is so wise. That's wisdom, integrity. So that's why I learned from the gymnastics. If you want to build a business and you want to keep going to do that for next 10 or 20 years. So that's what I gotta say to myself. How about you?
Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much, Robert. Angela?
Wow, couldn't agree more. I think Robert said it all. And I really think that, it's very important to believe in company, believe in the product, and most importantly, believe in yourself. You can do it. As long as your why is strong enough, how will come along. Remember, this is a business of duplication, so keep it simple. So, wow. Okay.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, you two. And there's so much information you shared with people. It's really get back to the person who sponsored you or your leader and let them know I'm ready to take the next step, and they'll take you that step-by-step process. And somebody asked about where to find the videos. On YouTube, you go to USGS official channel. You can find all the videos. If you can't find that, ask your sponsor, upline leader. They'll be glad to share this with you. So thank you so much. And I want to really thank everyone for being here. I know we have a lot of people from all over the world. I mean, this is mostly double the amount of people that are normally here. You guys must have done something to invite all these people for them to show up and be here. So again, thank you so much.
It's our honor and great to help. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's not every day that leaders like you who are successful share their success with others. That doesn't happen in normal society, but here they do. So thank you very much. I know we've gone over a little bit, and ask the person next Zoom webinar is, which is gonna take, today is Thursday. Next Zoom webinar is gonna be Sunday at the same time for a half hour. So thanks again, and we'll see you guys at the top.
Thank you very much. Be safe, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you guys.
If you see something for yourself, get back to the person who shared this video with you. And don't forget to subscribe to the official USGS YouTube channel to receive future videos.